Greetings, everyone. Here is Lodrick, and this is a Game War in the Pacific at Match Edition. This is my play by email match against KilRoy. He is the commander of the Allied Forces, and for me, it is the Empire of Japan. This is scenario 1, and no modifications. And we already arrived at the end of May 42, so not more much, maybe 1 week more, and then we are already 6 months in the war. The first half year. There, this is west of Perth. I find still more British cargo ships coming in or going out. Maybe more going out. And thinking. So no clash of navy units. That is maybe good for me. So I can bring in my supplies to Gisborne in my additional division. And all Air Force going here north or west east of Chengdu. And also some support out of Bangkok to get rid of these British forces in the jungle. Oh yeah. But the main focus is still here in the central, the most critical situation, it seems. Nothing too special. Very ordinary stuff. Oh, a bit too much, too fast. Yeah, maybe some realize this already. This is also the new edition, Key 48 1B. So this is also with armor protection. The only problem with this airplane is that the range is compared to the Helen a little shorter, and of course the payload is only 400 to 1000 kilogram. Ja. Yeah, my tanks arrive in Hami, kicking this local base force and Chinese brigade. And now they're falling back to Urumqi, so the capital of Inner Mongolia. There was some Chinese aircraft here on the ground, maybe training. Now they're dead. They have not the range to left, I think. And my tanks also catch up with the base force from Chengdu. They want still fight another day and trying to escape. And my tanks cleaning up the highway between Murmine and Rangoon. So this British forces is half destroyed or escaping. But they're out of the way, most important. So KilRoy still try to overcome here Hamilton. But it's not more possible. I'm too well digged in, and the losses for the Allies is mounting up. And the bombardment Auckland will not change too much. So KilRoy attack here again to finish off my Navy Guard units, but luckily my division just arrived in time to take over. And the supplier, so KilRoy is also out of supplies, at least this unit is low on supplies, same like me. But because he attacked here my division, he have here high casualties and his units are broken. Yeah. Bombardment here in the north of Changsha. Not too much effect. Oh, and also the Space Force gets kicked out again. Yeah, and I arrive here at the coastline border to Vietnam. These are all Chinese forces that get kicked out before. Somehow they have a good stand. I mean, maybe I. Yeah, the problem is that my attack value is not coming well. Maybe I need a little air force to support. And the Thai unit is trying to clean up this British base force. And they also retreating and not giving up. So they are now, again, deep in the jungle. But they are so damaged that I will maybe only use now air force. Even if it needs a long time, I don't want to walk so deep in the jungles. So, yeah. So the situation, I think, in New Zealand is now better. At least more stable. The most critical phase is, I think, over. But first, let's see. Air war was high losses for the Allies, but this is all related to these I-15-16 training machines in China getting destroyed on the ground. Yeah, more or less this was all. And there was only one British tanker, tanker cargo ship. Very standard cargo. Nothing really, not big, but long range, let's say this. So there is really only this 3 bases left to take in Mongolia. So I'm not sure if there's anything more. Dangerous coming. In Sichuan is also nearly everything under control. I catch up with this unit. My division, I walked out here out of the hex and block him now, so KilRoy cannot attack more my base, so this supply flow can work hopefully without any trouble. This base force out of Chengdu is now deeper in the mountains, so I must maybe walk. So maybe I use this opportunity to drive my tanks here behind the line and come here, and yeah, then I have here some tanks. Maybe I can link up with my forces in Burma. I don't know. This is still far away. And there's still more forces coming. My attack value will not really change more. I have only this 4,000, and so the Chinese have maybe 8,000 or 9,000. But more of my forces getting in a position. So I need maybe 2 more turns to get this division in position to, yeah. And if in 2 or 3 turns, if maybe KilRoy only uses to block me here, then I must think about if I can kick the Chinese, but that will be more hard and complicated. The main focus is normally holding these cities and bases and first getting rid of this army in Henkou to retake this. I think this is my number 1 priority. And maybe also get rid of this Chinese leftover forces, but this is not so immediately important for me. In Burma also the cleanup operations are all successful. Everywhere the British getting kicked. I also see some American forces trying to cross the river and maybe messing with here's the oil and refinery. So this is an important base you always must protect. So I have here some base force and building up some airfields so that I have here air cover. Not much more to say here. I'm still trying to kick first and take this base, cross the river, and then all of the British forces are trapped. Nothing else here to see. So New Zealand was my task force arrived, and I will start now unloading the next division with a little supplies, only emergency supplies to keep everything a little more smooth. And my division also here arrived just in time to take the attack of the American, New Zealand, Australian forces. So these forces are now heavily damaged, so I can maybe make a counter attack, and then I can maybe retreat and also kick out this New Zealand troops, or I can walk here this smaller road. There's still some, I'm not sure, 4 units, I don't know what this is. And the Allied forces are unable to really retake Hamilton. Maybe KilRoy was thinking that I am low on supply. I mean, I am low on supplies, but still is enough. And my troops are broken, but not shattered so far. I also have even some tanks. And the big release, the next Navy Guard units with a lot of supplies are coming. I think this is the units I normally try to unload here. So I take them out, even if they're half destroyed. I can simply bring them to Gisborne and use the supplies. And with these supplies, I think I have really enough to stabilize everything and even take Auckland sooner or later, hopefully. The rest of the map is these are the carriers, and they are already disengaging. So my carriers will not arrive in time to catch them more. And I also don't want to go here with full speed and damage my engines. Only to have here maybe engagement. I will simply follow my carriers are coming. I have here now 360 fighters. So this is like 4 American fleet carriers. This is a lot of firepower, and but if KilRoy is already moving east back to Pearl Harbor, it's too late. Yeah. Then the operational steps are first taking Began, Guam, Saipan, and then Marcos Island, and maybe think about retaking Wake, and then get a better defense position for the future. Good. Thank you all. See you next time. Bye bye.